to the Anakin 9.5 Beach the Show. Yes, sir. Man, it's so good to see y'all, man, right now. I just want to say that I appreciate all the people that like and subscribe and comment my page. Thank you so much. And for the people that don't, man, you'll come to this page, UTE now. Let's go, let's go. The Chronicles of Being Married is what I want to talk about today. But before I do that, I want to tell you, God is in control of your life. He's in control of everything. He's in the blessing business. And I'm praying for all of y'all. I'm praying for every last one of y'all because y'all, this is hard times. This has been hard all year. And you know what's crazy? When it comes to the presidential election, everybody was so concentrated on that. You know, Trump and Miss Harris. I don't like to say her first name because I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it, so I'm not even gonna do myself like that. But I seen on social media, everybody in the South, 13 colonies, all at the bottom. Oh, president this, president that. Who's gonna be the next president? And now you're like, damn, how am I gonna get my next meal? How am I gonna survive? That's what you should be worried about, okay? For real. Because that stuff gonna work itself out. And it divided us. You know, this whole presidential election has divided us, but whether it's this tropical storm and God's work and hurricanes and tornadoes, look what it has done. Look what God did. God did. Now, for real, we're going to cheer for that, though. So now y'all got to come together to make it work. And for the people that don't check in on you, you know a lot of questions have been answered this last weekend about how people treat you and who's there for you and who's not. And I want to tell you that God is in the blessing business and he got you. If you didn't give up, then guess what? You made it. You know what I'm saying? You made it. So hold your head high. Stop worrying about everything that you cannot control. And just thank God one time, baby. Just thank him, man. And it's funny because years ago, in 2014-15, we had a black ice storm in North Carolina. And it busted the main transformers on the east side. I was still on the east side, in the hood. Same thing happened for 3 days, 4 days, no power. Basically no water, no Wi-Fi, no way to charge your phone. You know, but I'm used to eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? I could stretch a graham cracker for a whole 3-4 days. Yeah, man. Don't play with me. Yeah, I went through that, and it wasn't fun. Went through it a couple of times. I've been here for 12, 13 years. I went through it a couple of times, but you know, it just made me stronger. It made me appreciate him more because he will break you down and turn you around and bring you back. All right. You know, my mom and my grandmother stay together, and they going through it, but they know how to survive. 'Cause old school, they come from when you had to wash your clothes in a tin tub, you know, and you had to take that and put it on a clothesline. You know, you get your little things to hang them up, and the sun dries your clothes. There's people out here that know how to survive without a phone and know how to survive without technology and not having a car. You know, my grandma used to walk to school with the same shoes on. Sometimes they didn't even have shoes to go to school. So let's cheer for that, man. Some people got it and some people don't. But hopefully this was the test to make you appreciate what you have and what you don't have. Okay? So the president thing, man, it divided some of y'all, and now it took something what God's plan and what he did to bring y'all back together. Salute. All right, the Chronicles of Being Married, man. I just want to share some things with you. Hopefully, they help your marriage. Hopefully, they take it to another level. And if it don't, get a divorce. You feel me? 'Cause ain't nobody stopping you from getting a divorce. You know what I mean? Back then, it was like a sin to get a divorce. But now, just if it ain't working, man. But don't get married 3 or 4 times. I'm on number 2, and that's it. You feel me? I'm on number 2, and that's it. I'm on number 2. But yeah, the first thing about being married is communication, man. You should always communicate. That's gonna be the number one thing. I don't care what people say about being married. You need that. That is the perfect tool, the perfect tool to make your marriage grow. It will grow every day if y'all learn how to communicate. Communication is so important. Now, sometimes y'all might get upset with each other. Sometimes y'all might get mad at each other, and you need to shut it down for a day. I mean, you still should communicate. You still should text. You still should say I love you or just show her or him gratitude, even though y'all got into it about something. Still be there for your partner, because you know what, your partner is your best friend. That's your best friend. All your little side best friends, like your brother, your sister, or your best friend you went to school with, those are not your priority. Your priority is the one that you stay with, you see the most, and that's the person that you're married to. Even in relationships, okay? It's cool. Like, y'all need to communicate. So, say for instance, y'all get into it about something real simple. It should never be too big, okay? But y'all get into it something simple and then it turn into an outrage. Y'all both cursing each other out or whatever y'all do, okay? All right? Most of the time, y'all might get in a squalor, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I don't know. Everybody different, you feel? But at the end of the day, you should go to bed not being mad. You might be upset, but you shouldn't be mad. And if you're mad, then it should go down to upset to, you know what? And it's how you talk to your partner. But like I said, everybody's different. But the message is clear. Say how you feel. That person say how they feel. And then you compromise. Okay? Long as you tell each other what's going on, pretty much 95% of the time you should tell that person what's going on. Now, not like me. I'm a person, well, when I get off work, I might stop by the store. I might go run a couple of errands. Sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't. But guess what? My partner has my location. So it's not like you don't know where I'm at. And I'm stupid if I go somewhere that I don't supposed to go, but I got my location on. And that's part of communication. But sometimes we wander off and we do things that we shouldn't do, or we make a decision when that person, if y'all talk about something and you don't execute that, then it should be a problem. Me and my wife had some change that we put up, and we put it up so that we can go on trips, we can put gas in the car, we can do things, you know what I mean? It's just like that leftover, like that extra money. Whole thing of change. And I don't know, one day she decided to take the change and do something for her daughter at church. And I didn't know because she didn't tell me. Now, granted, we had already talked about we was going to take this change and do something with it, right? So I come home and I'm having a good day. I get home and I'm like, got my whole thing of change. And I usually, like, when I wash my car, back in my car, I take all that change that's left. I put $5 in the thing, take it out, you know what I'm saying? And whatever change left, I put it into the change jar. Well, she decided without saying anything to me, because she didn't think it was a big deal, and gave it to the church, which is fine. I have no problem with it, even though we don't really go to church. I don't see the significance in it, but give it to Jesus. Like she said, I gave it to Jesus. All right, well, I mean, you and Jesus at least could have prayed about it and came to me and said, hey, Lord, I'm going to take this change and give it to the church and we could bounce back. But I didn't get that. So I'm thinking now, I'm like, yo, are we communicating or we not? Oh, so certain things we communicate on. I feel like that was important because we talked about that. You feel me? That's just like if she say, "Hey, I'm going to go buy a car," right? Or she don't tell me she's going to go buy a car, right? And she just sporadically go buy a car. I wouldn't get upset about that. You know why? Because you did. I mean, we didn't even talk about it. Like it was. I mean, that's something that you want for yourself, and I'm pretty sure it's things that I get, she get. You know what I mean? And we don't really talk about it, but that's something that we want for ourselves. Like if I want to buy a phone or something I need or something I want. Let's talk about things that you want. So you want something and you just go get it. Okay, cool. But if we talk about it together, I think the the coolest thing to do is to say, hey, I know we talked about saving this change, but I'm gonna do this for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Church, right? Let's cheer for that. She didn't give me that. And one thing about women, when you ask for something and you don't understand it, or you just trying to kind of like calling them out about something, but you're not really being aggressive. You just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? What happened to this? And they get mad when they wrong. Women always get mad when they wrong, and dudes do it too. They get mad. I don't get mad. What I get upset about is once we talk about it, it's over. You feel me? That's it, man. Now, don't get me wrong. When we in a good space, we could bring it back up and talk about it. I love talking about things that we did to each other or whatever, and we bring it back up, and we can actually sit down and have a great conversation. Let's get that up. But I just felt like that wasn't the standard and that wasn't the principle. And I've done a couple of things in the beginning of our marriage that I didn't communicate, and she got on to me. So what comes around goes around. You feel, man? One thing about me, we always gonna even the score. Ain't nobody perfect out here. You feel me? We gonna even the score. If you think you perfect, then you ain't worth it. Because nobody's perfect. God said that. Jesus. And then after that, let's talk about financial stability, financial situation. Some people want to put their banks together. Some people don't. I'm one of them people. I did it the first time, and it did all right. It worked all right. But this time around, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it like that. You feel me? At least not for now. I don't think I ever will do it. You feel me, man? Nah, nah. Because you put money in together, somebody gonna want to control the situation. Or if you take something out, why did you take this out? See, that's just like the change, right? Okay, so what if we got our money together and I decided to take $50 or $60, $70, and you see it on the account that I took it out, and I don't say nothing. I don't think you would like that, would you? Nah, you wouldn't like that. So some people can do financial stability together, some people can't. But it still can work. From what I learned over the years and through people, it's some people that don't put their money together and they're just as successful as the people that do. I don't think I'm ready for nothing like that. So let's keep it a buck, all right? But as long as you both pay bills and when money is asked and you communicate, I'm always a communicator. I get my money every day. I don't get a check. You feel me? Bet that up. I don't. I get money every day. Some kind of way it's coming. You feel me? And that ain't none of your damn business. How I get it. No, I don't sell drugs. I don't do none of that, okay? That's my business. So long as y'all can put the money together and get stuff done, everything will work out. She got her account. I got my account. It will work. And that's the financial stability. Always talk about financial stuff that y'all want to do. Always talk about it. Always, do your pros and cons and figure out how you going to do things. Communication, financial stability. Somebody in a relationship has to save. Somebody like to spend. Now, if y'all both big spenders, for God so loved the world. And y'all don't have to be alike. Y'all don't have to have a lot of things in common. Sometimes it's like a battery. You got the negative, and then you the negative, positive to get the battery to work. And then, the marriage is basically an alternator. It keeps the battery charged. I like that. You and your partner, y'all are the alternator to the battery, to the car, to keep the car moving. I like that. That was dope. I had to give me kudos on that. So yeah, and then the love. Once you do both of those things, man, the love for each other will be even better. You know, having sex, being intimate. Some people don't like to be intimate. Some people don't. I'm wishy washy. Like if I'm having a long day, and I'm around people all day, and I'm working hard. I like that time to just chill for about a couple of hours to myself, and reflect, and But I do think that when you do get home, no matter who is who, you should both acknowledge each other. It shouldn't be walking the house, and I was known for doing that back in my past, walking in having a bad day, or we coming off a spin off or something that we didn't like from each other the day before. But I do like the fact that you do come in and you speak to each other. You ask each other how your day was. You talk about those things, man. Those are very important. Let's give it up for that. Yeah, you should do that. That's where the communication comes in. And then, some people, when you talk about sex, some people, they have sex all the time, but they don't get shit done. You got some dudes out here or some women out here, they just do it, you know what I'm saying? Do nothing. All they want to do is go shopping and do everything else besides that. So if you add those three things up, I think that's very, very powerful message. One connects to the other. And yes, you should be intimate. And you should go out. Now don't get me wrong, if you down, if both of y'all down and out and you know what I'm saying, the money ain't there and you struggling, I really feel like you should tighten up and y'all both get aggressive and get to the bread. But besides that, you really should go out on dates. I feel like you should have a date night once you get back to the bar, and it shouldn't take you long if both of y'all own it. Like me, I work every day just to get back to where I need to go, and she get it up, and I just feel like after that, you should go out on dates once you got time and y'all settled in. Go out to eat. I would say once a year, take a trip with this you and her, or he or she. Go out on a trip, go somewhere like to the mountains, go to the beach, something simple. You don't have to go out. I mean, don't get me wrong now. If you're bred right, go overseas. Shoot, my favorite place, Iceland. Yes, sir, ski. But yeah, just do that, man. Make sure y'all go out to dinner. If y'all can't do nothing else and your money ain't there, at least go out to dinner, man. Catch a movie. And if you can't, and then those times, check this out. Those times that you don't have that much bread, man, Netflix is the watch. Right now we on the ultimatum. I like Love Island is alright, but I also like Love is Blind and Temptation Island are my top three when I want to watch a show with her. That's very important, man. Watching them sit down and watching those shows. Yes, ma'am. You do that with your wife or, what I'm saying, your husband or whoever it is, watching those shows, sitting down. And one thing is, I think cooking together, y'all sit in the kitchen. The kitchen is very powerful too. Sitting in the kitchen and cooking together. Even though I like to cook on my own, I've learned how to literally sit down and we talk about what we want to eat and we're going in and cash in. You feel me? Some good food, good spirit. Last but not least, I want to talk about when you have kids. If that's not your kid, man, you should be respectful for the other parent, no matter if the parent is there or not. Be respectful to that other person's child, with the woman or the man that you're with. And also, for the kids, you have to set a standard in the house, like picking up clothes, cleaning up. If your kids see you do it, they're gonna do it. If they don't see you do it and you don't make them do it, that's just another problem. Set the standards. Set the tone. Make sure you keep your house in order, because then your kids is gonna learn how to keep their house in order. And when they go out, they ain't gonna need nobody. They just need to be with someone. And then there's nothing wrong if a person don't like to do this and you don't like to do that. Pull your weight together. Sometimes if you don't like to clean up, clean up. Sometimes if you don't want to wash clothes. Sometimes if you don't want to cut the grass, because it shows that you both can do the same thing. Because if somebody gets sick or somebody get hurt, you're gonna be responsible for doing that anyway. So learn how to work together in the house, man. The house is your sanctuary. It's the place where you live. It's the place where you should come home and feel comfortable. And just make sure now, like I said, when the kids see you, they gonna duplicate everything you do. Kids don't do nothing but mimic everything we do. For real, for real. So keep that in mind, man. I just want to share that with y'all. Love y'all. I have a part two coming out eventually. I'm just keeping the trend going. If you're married, I think one more thing I got a jewel for you. Some people, they get married and everything's perfect the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But for the people that go through it the first year, like me and my wife went through it our first year, let me tell you, man, it's a blessing when you make it out, bro. That first year was hard for us. And I'm pretty sure for people, some people, it's been hard for them and they don't make it, they get a divorce and they give up. And one thing about it, you shouldn't give up if the first year is hard. The first year is hard, and that means that you battle tested from the beginning. And then anything else that comes behind that, you should know what to do. All right. Love y'all, man. Y'all be easy. Anakin 9.5 beats. I have more part twos coming out for all the things that I've put out on YouTube, okay? Y'all stay strong, man. God bless y'all.